going to show you how you can make money with 4 different websites, and this can be done in most countries worldwide. Whoa! Now the best part is that I am not going to show you any of the websites where you complete a 20-minute survey and you only receive 10 cents for your hard work. Instead, these websites are going to bring you in larger amounts of money and you will be able to make at least $1,000 per month. So if you are fed up of doing so many surveys on websites for next to no money, then this video is for you. Now the first website where you can make some decent money is called Scribble. Now this is going to be really easy to do as you can work from home and all you're going to need is a laptop. Scribble is basically where you're converting spoken audio to text. Now before you do join as a transcriber, you do have to take a transcription test so that they can verify that you are able to perform the role. However, do not be put off by this as it is pretty easy to complete. Now the earning potential per audio hour is between $5 to $20. Automated transcripts for you in order to save you time when transcribing it to text. Now you pretty much just need to be a standard English writer and speaker to be able to transcribe these audio files, and of course to be able to pay attention to detail as you will need to correct any sort of mistakes that are within the audio. Now the payout is through PayPal, but this can always be transferred to your bank account afterwards. In terms of how much you can earn per month, well, they have already categorized it into beginner, intermediate and advanced levels. Now the lowest amount that you can make from this website is approximately $400, which is pretty good for those of you that would like to do it as a side gig. And the second highest is $800, which is kind of like a second part-time job that you've got going on. And the first highest is $1,600, which can just be slightly less than a full-time income depending on where you live. Now all of these estimates are based on 8 hours a day, which means that there is a lot of work to put in and it's quite time consuming, but you can decide how much you make and you don't need to do all of the 8 hours, so that does give you great flexibility. Now if you're not happy with those hours and you want something more fixed and concrete, then you can always apply to be one of their employees in their career section and look for any of the job openings that are available. Again, this will also be working from home, so there is no need to worry about going into an office. The second website that we're going to have a look at is Rover. Now this is my personal favorite because Rover is essentially a website where pet owners can find people to look after their dogs or cats whilst they are at work or on vacation. As the work is quite fun and rewarding, you won't be on your laptop either for this, so it will give you a bit of a break away from the screen and ultimately get you to increase your exercise throughout the day if you don't already do so. Now, you don't need to look after so many pets in order just to scrape by a bit of money. You actually have the power to set your own rates on this website, but of course they should be somewhat reasonable and geared towards your target audience. You can obviously charge more if you already have previous experience from looking after pets, but the best thing about this is that you don't need to do it every day. So if you only want to look after pets during your lunch hours, you have the option to do that. Or if you want to book it during a certain week, that is also possible. You just need to set the dates on your profile and this can be changed as well. So the usual jobs are the most common, which is dog walking, and that can be the easiest for the majority of people. However, if you are able to board a dog or cat, which means that they stay overnight in your home, you can actually earn twice as much as those sitters who don't do that. And this is because you're providing more care and more service, so you will receive much more money. The daycare, which is where you look after the dogs throughout the day, may also give you a decent pay as well. But if you don't have much time on your hands, then house sitting or drop-in visits can be something ideal for you. Now the third website we're going to have a look at is Fiverr. And this is a website where you can offer your services to people who need them. Teaching music on this website, and it really does have anything and everything for everyone. So if you have a skill that could be creative or logical, you can make lots of money basically by being a freelancer on this website, and you get to determine how much you make. Now some jobs that you can offer on there can be quite high ticket. So for example, you can charge $500 for building a WordPress website and an e-commerce store for somebody. And if you actually build 4 of these websites a month for 4 different clients each, that is $2,000 per month, which means that you actually have turned your side hustle into a full-time gig. Now to get started on Fiverr, you have to set up your profile and include a description. Then you can create your own gig of what you want to offer, and you can put the price that you're going to charge for it. I find that the cheaper you provide a service for at the beginning actually helps you gain some customers, which in turn will allow you to build up your feedback and reviews that will show on your profile. Now, you don't have to be ridiculously cheap, but if you do want to get the ball rolling relatively quickly, try to undercut your competitors by $2 to $5 for a $20 gig as an example. And then once you have done a few jobs and you have some reviews on your profile, you can then increase your price so that you are paid for the quality of work that you do. Again, you don't have to go down this route if your services are already of high quality, and especially if they are time consuming, like building a website, which should be around about $300 to $500 and not $50. Now, the fourth website that we are going to have a look at is going to bring you massive amounts of passive income, especially in the future, and this is called Udemy. Now, this is a website where you can sell your courses online, whatever niche that may be. And if you are able to teach somebody a skill, but you don't want to do it on a one-to-one basis, then you can create a course that is suitable for the majority of people and then sell this online. Now, using Udemy as your outlet to do this is great because they already have so many students on their platform, and it is heavily advertised on the internet as well, as it has become a go-to place for prospective students to learn on here than any other website. Now, of course, there will need to be some work going into your course in the initial stages at the beginning, especially if there is a lot of content for it. And this could take quite a few months to set up, but once you have done this and you advertise it on Udemy, you can then have yourself set up for passive income on that website in those future months and years, as anyone can buy your course and learn it at any time. And don't forget that some of these courses are very minimal in terms of their work for the presentation, as a lot of them are done on slideshows, so you don't need to do so much work if you want to go down that route. Now, if we just have a look at some of the courses that people are offering now, we can see over here that this course called 100 Days of Code, the Complete Python Bootcamp for 2023, and is currently selling for $15.99 as it was originally $59.99. Now, she does have 853,791 students, so if we were to take the price of the course and the number of her students, she has made a minimum of 13.6 million, and that is if she sold all of them at $15.99. Now, some of these would have been priced and bought at $59.99, but just to gauge a minimum estimate of how much she has made, and she has managed to make millions of pounds on this platform through her course. Now, you don't need this many students to make a lot of money. In the beginning, you can have fewer students and still make very, very good income. So if we have a look at this course, which is called Python 3 Fundamentals, we can see that there are 3,853 students and the course price is $15.99. So they made a total of £61,000, which is quite a high salary in the UK for a full-time job. But this is a side gig because you basically put the course up on Udemy and people are buying your courses, and you don't really have to do much other than providing updates and maintaining it. Therefore, if you are able to just get 1,000 students with your course and sell it for a price at roughly $15.99, you can make an extra £16,000 per year as a side hustle. I recommend that you try out one of these websites for a total of 6 months and see how much extra income you can make.